Hey folks, Day Hiker from the 6 here, coming to you from Elkhart, Indiana. I'm at the Encore RV factory, and I've driven the 6.5 hours down here to show you the new Revue RVs. And today we are looking at the largest one, the 20BH. The 20BH has a couple of claims to fame. Number one, it's going to sleep 5, 2 adults and 3 kids with its bunks and then a convertible dinette. And number two, like all Encore RVs, it has absolutely not a stick of wood, not in the furniture, not in the frame, not in the framing, not in the walls of the roof, you name it. The entire RV is made out of aluminum and composite construction. So I'm really excited to show you this one. We've got a really neat interior, but before we get there, we'll of course do the exterior, and then we'll look at my pros and cons. Let's get started. All right, let's start on the nose of the 20BH, and as you can see, we have a power tongue jack. It's part of an option package, but almost all of the trailers will ship with it, so it's basically standard, but it does come at an extra cost. We do have 2 propane tanks with a nice cover on them, and we have a standard lead-acid battery that the trailer ships with, and you can upgrade from there as you wish. We also have a nice solid-feeling stone guard to protect your trailer. Coming around to the campsite, we have a very long-looking sewer hose storage, so loving the fact that they're giving us such a long one. And then we have our storage door for our pass-through storage, a slam latch, which is nice. And as you can see, that goes all the way through to the other side. We have our 30 amp plug, and it's got that nice light that tells you that you have power, and also it's the kind where the cord is separate, so we're not going to let bugs or mice in. Then below that we have our cable hookup, and below that we have a plug for a solar panel. There isn't a solar charge controller, so Encore offers a solar suitcase which comes with a solar charge controller, or of course you could add your own solar charge controller and then use the plug either on the outside of the trailer or in the battery box. We have an on-demand Suburban hot water heater here, and then we have our fill for the fresh water tank and also our city water connection. We do have a spray port here on the back of the trailer, which is nice. And these trailers come equipped with TPMS from the factory. It's actually installed inside of the tire, and you do get the monitor, which you can put in the cab or into the interior of your vehicle to see the temperature and the pressure of your tires. So that is a very nice feature, and one that I'd love to see standard on all RVs. Coming to the back, we're going to start at the bottom first, and we have the pull for our black and our gray tank. And because it's behind the tire, I wouldn't mind if there was a little bit of like an aluminum protection panel here or something. But nonetheless, these are both easy to get at, and the hose hookup is very close to the edge of the RV, which is nice, and I appreciate that. And here we have a cargo door for the bunk area, which can also double as a storage area. And so we'll open that up, and as you can see, we have bunk beds here, and we'll get to those when we get into the interior. But this top bunk does fold up, and you could put bikes in here or what have you. And coming around to the back of the trailer, and we have a full-size spare with the same aluminum rim. I love that. And you can also see that we have 2 power stabilizers. These aren't manual, these are power stabilizers, and very heavy-duty looking things. So once you put these down, that trailer is not going to move. We don't get stabilizers at the front, but these are very heavy-duty ones here at the back. Coming around to the campsite, and you can see that we have an awning that spans almost the entire length of the trailer. We also have a barbecue hookup here, and then you'll see these 3 little mounts on the side of the trailer here. And so there is an optional griddle that you can order from the Encore parts store, and you mount it there, and then you'd have your griddle, you have your propane connect. So a neat feature, something that you can add on after the fact. We have another one of our alloy wheels, and with the TPMS equipped tires, we love that. And we have 120 volt outlets, the inlet and the outlet for the furnace as well. And we have solid steps. We do have a grab handle to help us with getting into the trailer. And then we're to the other side of our large pass-through storage. Of course, the only downside to these pass-through storage that are located right at the front is if you really load it with heavy items, you are going to significantly increase your tongue weight. And you can see that here we have the control for the rear stabilizers, and we also have our battery disconnect switch along with lights on both sides. So very nice, well finished as well. Unfortunately, we can't see the aluminum structure because they've finished it so well, but everything, even the framing around this storage area, is aluminum. Now let's head inside. And heading inside the 20BH Revue from Encore. And we'll start with the lay of the land. On the right of the door, we have some storage along with the bedroom area. Right across from the door, we have our dinette area, which will convert into a single bed. To the left of the door, we have our kitchen area. And then at the back of the trailer, we have that split between the bathroom and the bunks. And let's get started, and we'll start by getting inside and swinging around to the bedroom area. So you can see at the foot of the bed, we have a large storage area. So nice closet. And we've got a rod so we can hang our clothes there. Very nice feature to have. And we do have the TV mounted. This TV is optional, it's not standard, but a great place for it because it's facing both the head of the bed and the dinette as well. So you'd be able to watch from both locations. In the corner on the other side, we have prep for a CPAP machine. So you could put your CPAP there. And we also have some shelves. And I'll just show you, there's the USB charging and the power that you could use for your CPAP. Nice place to put it. I can confirm as a 6-foot tall person that I was able to comfortably lie in this bed. I'll put the exact dimensions up on the screen. And then of course up top we have cabinetry, and just give you a look at those. They're quite deep. They are a little bit triangular because of the shape of the trailer, but plenty of space for storing clothes, bedding, what have you, up here. And by the way, these cabinets are extremely solid. They're made of aluminum. And well, I'll show you on one of the other cabinets, but you can literally grab them and pull them, try to pull them off the wall, and they're just rock solid. You can shake the trailer with them. So coming around to the dinette area, and actually you can see that we have some samples of the composite material. So this is what the walls are made out of, core-like construction, and you can see that water is just not going to do anything to that material. And we have a similar core-like construction compound for the floors as well, and just simply not going to be damaged by water, and also very lightweight as well, but extremely strong. And that's one of the reasons why these cabinets are so solid, is because the screw retention of that material is phenomenal. And you can see I'm literally rocking the entire trailer just by pulling on the cabinets. They do not flex, they don't move at all. So here's our aluminum cabinets above the dinette. They're not quite as deep as those ones over the bed, but still a good amount of space. They're probably just wide enough to put dinner plates in to give you an idea of depth. And the dinette does convert into a bed. This table is composite, even though it looks like wood, and it's a very easy one to convert to a dinette. So we just lift it up, and then it just comes down like so. Just pull the cushions out of the way, and that's all there is to it. And then we just pull our cushions out to fill in the gap. Just like so. Yeah, so we're just a little bit short of 6 feet. This is going to be great for a child and for medium-sized adults, but for big guys like me, we're probably going to want to stick to the big bed. And I've put the dinette back up. It's the exact same process, just in reverse. Very, very easy to work with, this dinette. So just love that. Remember on our first trip to New Zealand, we had a camper van, and it had the most convoluted setup in order to set up the bed, which we were using every night. So really appreciate it when they make a simple one. Let's head over to the kitchen, and you can see that we have a feature that you don't see that often these days anymore, but we do get an oven, so if you want to do a pizza or something, you've got the ability to do that. 3 burners on the stove, which is really nice, and a decent amount of counter space. Not a huge amount, but there is a little bit at the back, and you know, somewhere to put a toaster, somewhere to do your prep, and of course they're giving us the cover for the sink as well. Just pull that off, and you can see that even the sink is composite, and these are solid surface countertops as well. And we do have a residential faucet, and it's pull down variety. It's zip tied right now, so I can't actually move it, but. And then above the kitchen, we have cabinets, more aluminum cabinets. And as you can see, Plenty of space up there. Down below there is a little bit of storage, so we have a couple of drawers. So you're going to be able to put all your cutlery and your kitchen knickknacks and so forth down here. And a good amount of space. Last but not least, on the kitchen, on the side of the cabinets, we have the control panel. And you can see that we have a water pump switch, camera switch, lights for the interior and the awning. We have tank heaters on the fresh black and gray tanks. And we also have a master light switch. And it's also a dimmer, which is a really nice feature, one that I should have ordered on our trailer and didn't. And then we have the awning control to extend and retract the awning. Coming to the end of the kitchen, we have a regular microwave, and there you can see it. And we also have a refrigerator, and it's very large 12-volt fridge. As you know, I'm not crazy about 12-volt fridges because in Canada we most often camp without electricity, so I would prefer it to be an absorption propane style, just to give you a little bit more safety and flexibility when you're boondocking. But nonetheless, we have a 12-volt. So this would, if I were getting this trailer, I would definitely upgrade to a 200 amp hour lithium battery at least. We do have a large pantry that comes out. My wife just loves these, so I know she's going to be jealous of this. And these shelves are completely adjustable, so you can put them at whatever height you want. You could also order more shelves from the Encore parts store if you wanted to add more shelves. But a great use of that space for sure. And plenty of space to store your food and so on. Then we come to our bunks. I've been told that the top bunk has a 250-pound rating. They feel extremely solid, so I don't doubt that one bit. And I'll put the size of the bunks up on the screen. They're definitely not big enough for a large adult, but they are a good size, so we'll put the size up there. Definitely though, for kids, these are going to be great. And I love the fact that they both get a window, so at least they don't feel completely claustrophobic and locked in. And that brings us to the bathroom. Now, one thing to point out even before we get into the bathroom, this door is not wood. This is even a composite door. So there is literally no wood in this trailer. Even the stuff that looks like wood is not wood. And you can see we have our toilet, and it's mounted right in the middle of a very large space. So you're gonna have plenty of leg room and elbow room for sure. And then we have a large bathtub and dry bath. A large bathtub for an RV. You don't often see them this big. So this is a very, very spacious dry bath in this trailer. We do have a skylight, and we also have a fan in the bathroom, and we'll just do our headroom test now. Now, those of you who watch the channel regularly know that I'm exactly 6 feet tall, and I'm just going to, it is quite a step up into the bathtub. But as you can see inside of the skylight, I've probably got 2 inches, so 6'2", maybe 6'3", you're going to be okay in here. And in terms of elbow room though, there is, I mean, just for an RV, this is tons of space. I've just filmed 3 other trailers recently, and this is by far the biggest one that I've been in so far in this round of filming. So it's a dry bath and a large bathtub / shower enclosure. So we're definitely giving it 2 thumbs up, holding the camera so we can only hold up 1. On the ventilation front, we do have an exhaust fan right above the kitchen area. And then we also have a Dometic roof-mounted air conditioner in this unit. And as you can see, when I walk underneath the air conditioner, I have plenty of space, probably a good 3 or 4 inches, I would say. So definitely 6'3" or so, you're going to be fine in this trailer.
Let's talk price. MSRP at the time of this video's release came in at $32,393 US. It's time for pros and cons, and let's start with the pros. My first pro has to be the aluminum and composite construction. With 0 wood in the build, common issues like rot, soft floors, and mold won't occur. This camper should last for the long haul. My second pro is the amount of storage, from the pass-through, to the closet, to the pantry, to overhead cabinets, to even the bunk area. You should be able to fit in all your camping gear in this rig. My final pro is a big one, and it's value. You don't often see no wood builds coming in with an MSRP well under $40,000 US. My first con is in the kitchen, and it's the lack of counter space. Of course, the trade-off is a 3-burner stove and oven, which might make this a pro depending on your priorities. My second con is that none of the 3 smaller beds are 6 feet long. Teenagers seem to be getting taller these days, I think, so this may be a challenge for some buyers. My final con is weight. Don't get me wrong, there are similar trailers that weigh more than this unit's 3,588 pounds, but at that weight I'd love to see bigger beds and more counter space. Given the number of 5,000 pound tow capacity vehicles on the road, I also wonder about the 5,200 pound GVWR, since many folks are not comfortable with their trailer having a GVWR higher than their vehicle's tow capacity. Overall, I think the Encore Revue 20BH is a case of the pros outweighing the cons, especially when you factor in value. If you have kids that will fit in the beds, or if you want to use it as a couple's trailer with extra storage in the bunk area, the no-wood construction makes this trailer a very compelling choice at this price. The aluminum and composite should stand the test of time, and features like the large dry bath and impressive storage should make the camping experience a good one. What do you think? Is this an ideal bunkhouse? Let me know in the comments. If you'd like to see a bunkhouse that uses traditional construction to hit a very light weight, click the link on the screen. Thanks for watching and take care.